actually set up and ready for once. Quite impressed. Yeah, just put those right there. This truly is the calm before the storm. This is what we call the calm before the storm. There. Alright. Do be waiting for everyone. Except Dave. Like, no. I don't even know if I'm going to have an audience for this one or not. Although I honestly think it would be tranquil as shit if I didn't. Boring, but tranquil. Peaceful. Boring, but peaceful. Yep, just hit me with the shut up cracker. strangely enough, it's starting to look like I will not have an audience tonight. And strangely enough, I kind of hope that is not the case. I kind of hope that is the case. I cannot talk. Oh. Why are you sending me Rainbow Dash toys? Because you may have missed something in that image. Now, hi. Welcome to shit. And by shit, I mean welcome to Wonder After Dark. So, I'm not even going to bother waiting for everybody else to... Oh, I saw it. Good. Okay, anyway. I'm not even going to bother waiting for everybody else to get here. I'm just going to go ahead and get into what you want to hear. Okay, so... Last night... She's a child, Sylv, yep. Although, to be fair, though, Sylv did not find it attractive. He found it disgusting. I'll buy it. You're a freak. Okay, anyway. So, last night, your stupid ass suggested Hazbin Hotel. Okay, no, good. Anyway, your stupid ass suggested Hazbin Hotel. And only after I clicked play on episode 1 on Prime Video did you finally tell me you were joking. But at that point, it was already too late. I had already committed myself to the bit. But seriously, why is it so well stitched? I wish I knew. But then again, I don't think I want to know. But anyway. But only after I clicked play did you finally advise me that you were joking. But at that point, it was already too late. I already committed myself to the bit. Plus, I already have a lot to talk about tonight, so let's just get into it before we waste any more time. Anyway, Alistair, I'm getting there. Hazbin Hotel is an American adult animated musical comedy television series created by Vivian Vivzipop Medrano. Names. I struggle with them. Anyway, the series revolves around Charlie Morningstar, the Princess of Hell, on her quest to find a way for sinners to be rehabilitated and allowed into heaven. Which, if you live in America, that is not possible. Via her Hazbin Hotel. As an alternative to Springtrap, if he was written by Viv Zipa. I love that video. Anyway, SpongeBob if it was written by Viv Zipop and it's the entire Sailor Mouth episode. But anyway, as an alternative to Heaven's annual extermination of souls due to Hell's overpopulation. The series is produced by Spindlehorse Tunes in collaboration with A24, Amazon Studios, and Bento Box Entertainment. I actually know quite a thing or two about Bento Box thanks to the Fox network, but we'll talk about that another time. So yeah. Anyway, the series stars... Oh, it's just Sailor Mouth, but SpongeBob wants to bang Squidward. Yep, pretty much. Anyway. The series stars Stephanie Beatriz, Alex Brightman, Keith David, Kamiko Glenn, Erica Henningsen, Blake Roman, Amir Talai, and Brandon Rogers. Brandon, what are you doing here? Anyway. Currently, the show has 1 season, 8 episodes, including the pilot. Yeah. Anyway, the pilot had a total runtime of 31 minutes, while the rest of the series has 23 minutes. Anyway, the pilot first premiered on YouTube on October 28th, 2019, just in time for Halloween. And the show made its proper debut on Amazon Prime Video on January 19th, 2024. Anyway, so I guess I should go ahead and start with, this show started as an independent cartoon on that funny little internet. Anyway, the pilot episode, released on YouTube on October 28th, 2019, was made entirely by freelance animators and was mainly financed by Medrano's Patreon followers. Alright, hang on, what'd you say? That time when someone paid a ton of money to have a muse. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Oh, that was one of the funniest days to be on Twitter. That was also the last funny day to be on Twitter. Oh, what'd you say? No thanks, me eating Hello Kitty. Okay. Okay, anyway. Sorry about that. Anyway. The first season... Oh, yeah, I guess I should add in between here, because it doesn't actually say. The series would later be acquired by... Oh, Sylv is busy beating to his Hello Kitty plush. Oh, my God. Anyway. Well, I mean, he is busy with Hello Kitty, just not, fucking Hello Kitty. Oh, it is so funny that I say that with the Grifters on in the background. You know, that Martin Scorsese classic. Anyway. Okay, anyway. He's busy beating Hello Kitty, the game, and lived on Nick in Minecraft. Anyway, the series was later acquired by A24 and Amazon. You know A24. A24? A24. Anyway. The first season premiered on Amazon Prime Video on January 19th, 2024, with its first episode also released on YouTube a day earlier for a limited release. I'm surprised A24 bought. Yeah, after watching this episode, same here. Anyway, what I was saying. A second, third, and fourth season... Oh, considering it's less mature than most cartoons. Less? I think less is an understatement. But anyway. A second, third, and fourth season are all confirmed to be in production. The series has received generally positive reviews from critics. Notice how I said critics and not the internet? Yeah. Yeah. 2, 3, and 4 is Actually, though, like, what the fuck? We're gonna get some Avengers Doomsday level crunch. Anyway. Okay, the Ah! There's the stuttering. I was wondering when it would come. Okay, anyway. The popularity and success of the pilot allowed Medrano to create a spin off series titled Hell of a Boss, which premiered on October 31st, 2020. The series features a different cast of characters, but the same in universe setting. Yeah. As of January 2024, Hazbin Hotel was the largest global debut for a new animated series on Prime Video. But I mean, considering that its companion show, I guess, is or not Unbreakable. I was about to say the wrong thing. Invincible. Yeah, I was about to say Unbreakable, but I like the designs. That's about it for me. I mean, you'll find out what I do and don't like soon enough. Anyway, okay. So what's the basic premise? Well, even though I read you the short version of the premise, basically, as I said, Charlie Morningstar sets about fulfilling her seemingly impossible dream of opening a hotel which aims to rehabilitate, I was about to say rehabilitate sinner demons. Wouldn't that just be regular demons? Due to overpopulation. Hell goes through an annual purge where angels, led by Adam, descend from heaven and kill the sinners. I like the cons. Same here, like, okay, you did just stop me dead in my tracks, but yeah, I will agree there. I do like the concept. I think the premise is very interesting. It would have been the subject of Satanic Panic back in the 90s, but it's a very creative concept. And I will admit, the episode that I watched, which was the first episode on Prime, actually does start really interesting. Like, it does explain, like, the whole concept of hell and everything. It's like Hotel Transylvania for adults. Exactly, like, but the way it starts with, like, the lore breakdown at the start, I really liked that. Like, I thought that was a really good way to start. I was like, okay, maybe this won't be that bad. Fuck! Anyway. But yeah, that's Sour Patch Kid. Yeah, that's basically the premise. Anyway. Hey fam. Oh no. Well, hey Will, we're talking Hazbin Hotel. Followed by Monsters vs. Aliens. Because we gotta wash out the taste somehow. Yeah, anyway, what I was saying. Okay, but, yes, cunt. Anyway, Hazbin Hotel, what I was saying. But yeah, I was trying to find, there it is. Wait, actually, okay. I guess I'll read this, and then I'll get to, ooh, I can't wait for Monsters vs. Aliens. Good. Okay, anyway. What I was gonna say. I guess I'll read a little bit, not the full production, but I'll read this little bit here. Some of the characters of the pilot had begun. I am worried about Thomas. I don't mean this as a complaint. I mean this as just a genuine observation. Why is it such a common, I am worried he may fall? Okay, I don't mean this as a complaint, so I do apologize if it comes off that way. This is just an observation. But something I've noticed is that it's a very common misspelling to not put the H in there, and I don't get it. Like, where did that spelling mistake... I mean, it's admittedly a very minor spelling mistake, but okay, let's shut up and get back to Hazbin Hotel. Anyway. Some characters of the pilot had been around for years when Medrano began working with people at School of Visual Arts, LucasArts, not LucasArts, sadly, on what would later become Hazbin Hotel. So that's interesting. Anyway, as the misfit... Oh. It's there, it's just in a cup. Yep, that's what I want to do right now. Anyway. I was wondering when it would start. Anyway. On what would later... Yeah. as the misfit demon gang in Madrano's webcomic series Zoophobia. I don't think I even want to look that up. Originally, the pilot was meant to be an adult comedy with a raunchy, demonic aesthetic. It took over 6 months to write the episode. Also, what the hell do you mean originally? That's exactly what the show ended up being. The hell do you mean originally? No pun intended when I say the hell. Anyway. Okay, anyway. It took over sounds cool as fuck. Don't get your hopes up. don't get your hopes up for Hazbin Hotel. Creative premise, very little else. Anyway. It took over 6 months. I mean, to be fair though, you might end up liking it and there originally infers that it was meant to be more serious. Oh no. Okay, anyway. I mean, to be fair though, you might end up liking it if you watch it, and if you do, no worries. I've had to deal with stupidity before. Anyway, it took over 6 months took over 6 months to write the episode, and over 2 years to animate it, with teasers released in the ensuing period to garner an audience of fans. The series, of course, contains various LGBTQ plus characters, including the gay character named Angel Dust. Ah, he's gay, no wonder. A bisexual character named Charlie, no wonder. And the asexual character named Alistair, or Alistar, however you say it. No wonder. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's basically it. That's all I'm going to read about the production side of things. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, isn't Angel Dust like slang for cocaine? Ah, I was actually about to say I don't know, but apparently you know. Which is funny, you were the least drug head on this entire show. That is really funny that you know that, and I didn't. And here I was thinking that I was the biggest sinner in this goddamn room. Okay, anyway, what I was attempting to suck and blow. The reception. The motherfucking reception. Well, the pilot episode has been critically acclaimed for its animation. This reminds me I need to hit my pipe. Okay, go hit your pipe and I'll keep on yapping. Anyway, the pilot episode has been... I love how this show is just attractive to God damn it. I love how this show is just attractive to potheads. Anyway, the pilot episode has been critically acclaimed for its animation quality, music, and characters. Matthew Field of Goin' Express, which that don't even sound like a real website, argued that the pilot was part of the animation renaissance on YouTube. Sure, buddy. Anyway. And said that there may be a lot more projects like it in the future. Well, I mean, yeah, there were. It's your aesthetic? Oh, aesthetic. Okay. Anyway. I'm stupid. Anyway. Lydia, God, I can't read. Lydia Vassar of the MSU Reporter praised the show, noting its raunchy sense of humor and quirky art style. She also stated that she was looking forward to future episodes, enjoyed the diversity of character designs, and stated that it is clear it's because of your look. Okay, well that I can't argue with. Anyway. And stated that it is clear that the show's creators put a lot of time and heart into this project. Okay, I really can't argue with any of that. Anyway. Now the series. Yeah, there's a separate page for this series reception. On Rotten Tomatoes, 81% of 31 critics are positive, with an average rating of 7.8 out of 10, 0 to 50 and 4. You come across as a pothead bro man dude. I, I'm glad this is not just descending into madness, but I also feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Anyway, 0 to 50 and 4. The website's consensus reads, a hell's a pop, that's a woman. A hell's a poppin'. That is a phrase. Hell's a poppin'. That, I mean that in the most loving way. Okay. Anyway, a Hell's a Poppin' musical series swathed in hot, vibrant colors. Hazbin Hotel is worth a booking. Is it though? Anyway, Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned a score of 69 dudes out of 100, based on 8 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Yay! Is it though? Anyway, Eric Piepenberg of the. Haha, I see what you did. Anyway, Eric Piepenberg of the Los Angeles Times said the show's universe is a brazenly colorful, queer inclusive, and fast paced mishmash with outlandish grotesque scenes and copious potty mouth. Okay, that is a completely accurate summary. Good God. Along with a Broadway pop score. I mean, yeah. Anyway. Christine N. Zemboué of Paste argued that the series... Miramax. argued that the series is... When are you going to fuck! When are you going to do a review on Gravity Falls? Oh! I actually really don't know, because basically nobody I fucking know is interested in the show. Like, genuinely nobody. Goddamn nobody cares. Anyway. So, probably if I fuck up further. If I fuck up further and you're all that's like... Oh. When are you going to do a review on Will's body after I find them? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, fuck you. Christine and Zemboué of Paste argued that the series... Oh, God. What? Those are the people that don't... I don't know. Anyway. Argued that the series is simply not... LOL. Anyway. Simply not a rehash of the pilot, is not for kids, and includes wickedly pointed adult humor, characters which are eccentric or are sinners, and Disney-esque music... Are we watching the same Disney movies? No. Gravity Falls is secretly brilliant. Secretly? Bitch, it's brazenly brilliant. Anyway. Now let's get back on topic. As much as I would love to talk about Gravity Falls, let's get back on topic. Anyway. Alright, this is the last review I'm going to read. Hope Millionix? Bitchingly brilliant, yep. Of Collider said series expectations were easily smashed, praising the music, cast, and design choices. She was excited to see where the series went forward, but disappointed that Cherry Bomb didn't get a bigger role. Okay, that's the last review that I'm going to read. Okay, and there are no... Oh yeah, I would talk about the show's fandom, but do I really want to talk about just straight up deviancy tonight? Like, do I? Do I really want to talk about just straight up, like, do I really want to... I mean, the actual show is already horny enough as it is. Do I really need to talk extra... No, I won't. Okay, so... Go straight to review. Okay, so... I guess I should go ahead and say, no, there are no home video releases of this show to cover at this time. It's not like there's a DVD or Blu-ray of this floating around out there yet. So I can just go ahead and get right to it. Sorry, just putting something on in the background. PG version then. Dicks, a lot of dicks, dick. Anyway. Okay, but... Anyway. I mean, to be fair, though, A24... When a mommy and a... Okay, although to be fair though, A24 content usually... Anyway, although to be fair though, A24 is usually pretty good at releasing their content physically, so I imagine this show probably will make it to DVD or Blu-ray soon enough, but oh, Black Spider, you are great, LOL. Oh, look. Anyway, that wasn't a sarcastic oh, look, just oh, look. Anyway. Okay, anyway, I have been on the internet. Okay. I've been exposed to Hazbin Hotel quite a bit, thanks to internet memes, online discussion, and the basic you're breathtaking, yeah, and the basic tidal wave of bullying towards the show's creator, Vivzy Pop. I'm sure you've heard the joke. No, you are breathtaking. Okay, so far you two seem to like each other. I'm actually a little impressed. Y'all are not killing each other like I expected tonight. No, you are breathtaking. Okay, actually, I am a little surprised that you two are not going at it. Typically, you go at everybody on this show. I'm actually a little impressed. I was just going ahead and getting my next page ready. But anyway. Alright. But I had gotten plenty of exposure to the show over the years. I love all you guys here. That's why I came. Thank you. Anyway, what I was saying. Now, but what I was saying. But I have gotten off and on exposure to Hazbin over the years. Mostly due to the running gag, do you review games as well by any chance? On a few occasions I have. I've actually reviewed games more frequent lately. Although right now I'm trying to keep it to games that I already have or that I can easily obtain. Not to say I won't give some games a try, but I don't really have like $60 game money all that often. Anyway, what I was saying. But back to Hazbin. But short answer to your question, yes. Anyway, back to Hazbin. But I've mainly been exposed to the show through the whole... He's going to review Injustice sometime. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah, sometime. Anyway, but And I'm going to review Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Never. Had to work in that joke, but anyway. That's one of those if you know jokes. But anyway. Okay, but what I was saying. Also, that counter went up to 3. I'm terrified. Anyway. But anyway, Hazbin Hotel. I've been exposed to... You should build your collection by checking all the free games that come out each month. That's what Okay, that's actually the most honest bit of advice I have ever goddamn heard on this show. I am actually low-key impressed. I don't think since the original incarnation of this show, which does not exist anymore, and I will not re-release it, do not ask, long story, I don't think since the original incarnation of this show I have ever heard advice that good and that honest. But back to Hazbin. But anyway, I've gotten like off and on exposure to it, and hearing how bad it was, I honestly wasn't ever interested in watching it. If you have a Discord, I could post the free games that come out for you. Okay, thank you. Anyway, but I want to get to the review. But anyway, heck yeah. Okay, anyway. Alright, I follow all that already, so it's no problem at all. Okay. I'm actually a little impressed. You seem like a different person tonight than you usually are. I'm not saying that to be rude. It's just typically you kind of seem like ADHD, not gonna lie. But anyway, what I was saying. But knowing how bad it allegedly is because of the internet, for the longest time, I just didn't have any interest in watching it. Then my mother got a Prime Video, Amazon Prime subscription, so now we have Prime, which of course includes Prime Video, which is where Hazbin is available. I am sure I must have some 4 of the TISM or something for sure. Yeah, anyway. But form. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Anyway, but anyway, last night, yeah, we're looping back around. Last night, Spider here said you should review Hazbin Hotel. And only after I clicked play today did he finally clarify, no, I was joking. Rism with the tism, yep. But by then it was already too late. I already committed myself to the bit. So what do I think of Hazbin Hotel? I watched just the first episode on Amazon Prime Video. Well, as I said, I like the premise. I like the concept. I like the character designs, although I feel... Okay. I like the designs themselves. I think they look very unique and very distinct. It's hard to get them mixed up, even though I am not that familiar with these fuckheads. But what I don't like, and I know this is a show that takes place in hell, but the fact that they all basically share some variant of the color red kind of makes them blend together. Like, yeah, you have the unique designs to tell them apart, but may I ask what room you are in at your home? My bedroom, but if you're planning to either dox me or track me down, I'm going to ask that you stop right there, because that is an honest question, but you're also creeping into doxing territory by asking that. Anyway, make them rainbow to keep with the whole Pride theme. Yeah, they should have, but yeah. But, like, the character designs are distinct, but I feel like them all being some type of red... No, I didn't mean that to come out as weird. Okay, thank you. I've just had too much trouble, but that's a story for another time. Anyway, I just, yeah. Yeah. I have just wondered if this was your bedroom since I first joined. Well, yeah, this is my bedroom, if that's what you're wondering. It is, yeah. Anyway, but what I was saying, has been, yeah, I like the concept, the premise, and I like the character designs, but there's one glaring problem that I really do not like. And ironically, it was the one part that I kind of thought was exaggerated by the internet. The overabundance of swearing and sexual humor. Listen, I find profanity funny. I do. I find sex comedy funny. I do. If you're not weird about it, of course. But this show takes it to a new extreme. To the point where literally every other line of dialogue, I swear, it doesn't matter who it is, every other line of dialogue, I swear to Christ, is some variation of fuck, shit, hell, damn, bitch, cock, dick, cunt, sex, fucking me. I've heard once that constant swearing is used as a way to hide bad and with this show, I'm convinced it is. I'm 100% convinced. Like, did any of the dialogue come off badly written? Not really, but the constant swearing got so distracting. Like, so distracting. To the point where, what you said earlier, I'm surprised A24. Because when I think A24, I think stuff like The Whale. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think Civil War. I think stuff like that. I think, like, more, not sophisticated by far, but just more well-written. But this is just like, yeah. Hang on. People who constantly swear have been shown to have a lower vocabulary. Dead on, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, but what I was saying. But But the constant swearing just got so... Like, mind you, this is Wonder After Dark. The show where fuck is said so many times that it's not even funny, and typically out of pure rage towards my audience or myself. And this is also the show where I am guilty of admitting so many things that should probably get me fucking arrested. But I don't give a shit. This show needs to fucking lay off the profanity and lay off... Oh, and then it gets to the point where, like... Okay, like this episode, you know, she's trying to pitch, you know, the whole hotel concept. And by the time my brain... Okay, my brain already clocked out early on. But by the time it got to the dialogue, you know, I'm the dick fucking master, I was like, stop. Like, this isn't funny anymore. We get it. This is your whole song and dance. Fuck, 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 fuck. Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick. We get it. Cock is funny. Dick is funny. Saying fuck is funny. We get it. Could you, like, give us a plot, please? Could you, like, go... Let me say this in a way you will understand. Can you go 5 fucking goddamn minutes without calling your audience retarded little bitches? I find it funny the creator is a girl. Exactly. In fact, okay. I know this is gonna kind of make me sound like a little bit of a hypocrite because this content creator is guilty of has-been humor, but Jollerbo, if you don't know who she is, she makes YTPs. Albeit she does it on a different channel now, but her humor is exactly that. But the difference is it's actually funny. And if you don't know any YTPs that she's done, the gem that I like to call, or the gem that is called, Jollerbo Makes Spinge Binge, or as I like to call it, the title sequence of that same YTP. And depends on what you want to call that YTP. Do you want to call it penis delivery? Do you want to call it semen in my ass? Do you want to call it drink piss? Do you want to call it anal warts? Or do you want to call it very retarded? Because those are all phrases that pop up in just a fraction of 4 seconds. And yet those 4 seconds end up being funnier than 1 minute of has-been. Okay, I know I'm coming off a little harsh. Although I guess it explains why the show wasn't sexism funny. Okay. Jokes. Yeah, jokes. Anyway. Okay, but I know I'm coming off a little negative, perhaps. I know I am, but if your show relies exclusively, and I mean, when I say this, I mean no disrespect to Vivzy Pop herself. I don't mean any disrespect to any of the show's cast, especially Brandon Rogers. I love Brandon Rogers. He's one of my favorites, but I don't mean any disrespect to them, the writers, anyone. But I guess my hope for the later seasons of great female comedians are out there, but they aren't super common, sadly. Yep. Hit the nail on the head. But anyway. But has been, I guess my hope for season 2 of Discord. Oh, hey, Sylv, I didn't expect you to get here at all. This episode is actually way more civilized than I thought it would be, by the way, if you were wondering. Spider, if you're wondering, I'm laughing at what you just sent. I'm laughing at what... Do you get the pun? Oh my... Yes, I get the pun. I know what a crate looks like. I get the pun. But anyway. But Hazbin Hotel, what I was saying. I guess if you want a vulgar show, good time to misbehave. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I guess if you want a vulgar show, check it out. I don't know what to rate it, honestly. Like, on the one hand, it's got a great cast, great music, great animation, but the script is just terrible. Like, great stream so far. Hazbin Hotel, show I never watched, but it's popular with my community on the other side. Yeah. I really don't know what to rate it. Again, great animation, great voice cast, terrible script. So, Spider, you said you've seen the pilot, so what would you rate that at least? To be frank, I'm an artist. No, I'm not going to say who I am, but yeah, okay, but yeah. But yeah, it's been years, man. Okay, we'll just take that as an I don't know out of 10. Now let's wash the taste out of... Oh, I don't have one. Okay, let's wash the tip. Titties. Okay, let's wash the taste out of our mouths. Monsters vs. Aliens is a 2009 American animated science fiction comedy film. The Queso, yep. Produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Paramount Pictures. There we go. That's more like it. Something I have something positive to say about. The film was directed by Conrad Vernon and Rob Letterman from a screenplay written by Letterman, Maya Forbes, Wally Wallowdisker, and the writing team of Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger, based on a story by Vernon and Letterman. My friends draw and render titties, yep. Featuring the voices of Reese Witherspoon, Seth Rogen, Hugh Laurie, Will Arnett, Kiefer Sutherland, Rainn Wilson, Paul Rudd, and Stephen Colbert. Discord, okay. Vivzy Pop when Reese Witherspoon is in this? Yes, she is. Anyway, Vivzy Pop when she sees your review. I'm gonna fucking kill you, dumbass piece of fucking shit. I'm gonna fucking shove a fucking shovel up your goddamn ass while you shit. You're fucking... Yep, that sums her up. Anyway. The film involves a group of misfit monsters hired by the United States Armed Forces. Rainn fucking Wilson. Yep, Rainn Wilson too. Last thing I drew was my group's dungeon... Rain Man... Funny. Anyway. U.S. Armed Forces to stop the invasion of an extraterrestrial villain and save the world in exchange for freedom. See, that's how you know this film is a work of fiction, when the United States military offers illegal aliens with the promise of freedom. Reese Witherspoon is legally blonde, stay tuned. Not the autistic Rain Man, haha. Anyway. Alright, as I said. Oh yeah, and Paul Rudd is in this too, because where doesn't Paul Rudd show up? If there's a chair small enough, he'll fit in it. Anyway, the film was produced by DreamWorks Animation, and I hear Legally Blonde is really good. I've never seen Legally Blonde. Anyway, the film was produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Paramount Pictures. Make Monsters vs. Aliens 2. Okay. Although, be careful what you... I liked Legally Blonde. Okay. Although, be careful what you wish for. No, I'm just saying. Spider, if you know DreamWorks lately, be careful. Monsters vs. Aliens vs. Superheroes. Okay. Okay, read. Oh, hang on. James Collins is Legally Blonde. Or in Legally Blonde, yep. James' stepmom in illegally getting shot in the back of the head. James Cole Collins. Yep, Cole Ninjago-son. Anyway. Alright. The film released March 27th, 2009 in the U.S. Had a budget of $175 million. 3-for-1 special. 3 cats and yeah for $1. Dueler. And made a... Okay. Had a budget... Impractical Jokers talk after the review. I'll get to that. Jamie. Okay. The film had a budget of $175 million. and made 381.7. Big success. Great success. Borat, stay tuned. Anyway. It was DreamWorks Animation's first feature film to be directly produced in a stereoscopic 3D format after instead okay, am I the only one or am I the one who suggested this movie to you after mentioning it after the hang on. Okay, am I the one who suggested this movie to you after mentioning it after this? No, I was originally just gonna do Hazbin tonight, but then I watched last night. I mean, okay. What I was gonna say, I was originally just gonna do Hazbin tonight, but then I watched the movie earlier, so I decided, you know what? I don't know how I'm gonna get an hour out of a 20-minute TV show episode, so I'll just lump this in. And I don't. Okay. Now, what did you say, Spire? Dad got mad because I didn't speak to his wife. Sorry, Dad, I don't talk to transphobics. Transphobes don't deserve any breath. Transphobes deserve to get shot in the back of the fucking head. You deserve to get shot in the back of the fucking head. Anyway. It was DreamWorks Animation's first feature film to be directly produced in a stereoscopic 3D format instead of being converted into 3D after completion, which added $15 million to the film's budget. I mean, yeah, I would, but then they'd kick me out of McDonald's. They'd kick you out of McDonald's. Yeah, okay. Okay. Read. Transphobes don't deserve any breath. Unless I need my Minecraft Happy Meal. Yep. I need a lot of things. Okay, anyway. Unless there was something else you wanted me to read that YouTube most definitely... Yep, YouTube deleted what you just said. Anyway, I'm just grabbing Discord, read on camera. 1 second, please. Sorry, I was just grabbing something for future reference. Oh, don't they have their own TV? Why are they still in the living room? It's almost Transphobes deserve to be JFK'd. Agree. Well, how about next time you get yourself a board that can handle the neutron style? Anyway. Originally slated for release on May 15th, 2009, it was then bumped up to March 27th. It released in 2D, Real D, 3D, IMAX 3D, and 40X. I forget 40X is that old. Anyway. It grossed 380. Later, Mickey. Anyway, it grossed 381 million worldwide. On a stepmom got a boner for the orange man. I want to kill your stepmom. Anyway, it was God damn it. Anyway, it grossed 380. It's almost 12 here. It's almost 12 here. I want to kill your stepmom. She doesn't deserve to live. Oh, hang on. Damn it. Fuck. Later, Diddy. Later, Diddy. Later, Diddy. I just read. Anyway. It grossed 381... Stop! It grossed 381 million worldwide on a budget of 175 million. Yeah. Later, titty. Later, Diddy. Okay, stop with the spam, please. Anyway. It's better than the spam I usually... Oh, my God. It's funny how you guys don't like the spam, but yet you tag team. Are all stepmoms evil? Depends. Have you heard the story of Cinderella? Diddy wants a hoof job, yep. Okay, but anyway. Although the film was not... Diddy more color... Stop with the color block. Anyway. Despite not being followed by a sequel, The film was Diddy, more colorblind than Jesse, more at 11, yep. Anyway, what I was saying. Although the film was not... I need to pee. Okay, I'll just wait for you to pee and then I'll finish what I was saying. I'll just wait for you to pee and then I'll finish. We'll just wait for him to pee. I can't. Oh. Damn it. Let me guess. You're retarded, stupid, cunt-ass, not your real family. Because I don't want to see... So yeah, you're retarded, cunt-ass, not your real fam. You should just kill them. Diddy is also age-blind. Yeah, actually, don't worry. There are parental controls, so you don't have to hear Peter say words like... Okay, anyway. What I was saying. Although the film was not followed by a sequel, it was still successful enough to warrant numerous follow-ups, including 2 Halloween specials. Yes, I know the line, but I'm in the middle of something, and I would prefer not to stop dead in my tracks. Anyway, although it was not followed by a sequel, the film was still successful enough to be met with several follow-ups, including 2 Halloween specials, the first being titled Mutant Pumpkins from Outer Space, and the second, Night of the Living Carrots. And it was later followed up by a Nickelodeon television series, all of which take place after the film. But whether or not they are actually canon, I have no idea. Also, Night of the Living Carrots has developed quite the presence on Twitter lately, and if you use Twitter, you should know exactly why. And you should know exactly what clip I'm referring to. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, based on 217 reviews collected by Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 73% and an average score of 6.5 out of 10. 0 to 50 and 4. Where did you go, my little pumpkin eater? Yep. Anyway, that's actually from... I'm pretty sure that is actually from... I Love the Carrot short. Don't worry, little monster. You got enough carrot puree. Anyway. 0 to 50 and 4. The consensus reads, although it doesn't approach the depth of the best animated films... No, it's from Family Guy. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm beyond stupid. Guys, look, I'm stupid. Look at this idiot. Anyway. Although it doesn't approach the depth of the best animated films, Monsters vs. Aliens has enough humor and special effects. That's with the robot Peter. Yeah, I know. I remember now. Anyway. Special effects to entertain moviegoers of all ages. I cannot read. On Metacritic, the film has received a score of 56 out of 100 based on 35 reviews, which indicates mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an A- grade on an A+ to F scale. Alright, now we're going to take a brief moment to catch our breath. Oh, Monsters vs. Aliens. The film you forgot existed, but remember today because mentioned on Wonder After Dark. Yep, alright. Quick break from the madness. It's time for not the funny image, the funny video. Rick and Morty stay probably tuned. No. Okay, anyway. Let me go back to it. Go back to it. Go back to it. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now it's time for not the funny image, the funny video. I don't know if this is going to get me copyrighted or not, but, that brief portion of that song will probably get this a copyright claim, but oh well, it's worth it. Anyway, there's the funny video. I can't play it again or else I will be copyrighted. Hercules, stay tuned. Yep, alright, now what you saying, bitch? Alright, Monsters vs. Aliens is family-friendly Suicide Squad. It really is. Do any of you guys go to cons at all? I've been to several. Anyway. Also, it just occurred to me that YouTube actually let you say the word suicide uncensored. Now, I love going to conventions. I do not recall any conventions that I have been to. Have you been to one? I just answered the question. I don't recall that I've been to any. Never. Not that I can recall. Not that I can recall. Not that I can remember. Discord, I have a funny image to show. Okay. Slow the hell down. Alright, let's see. Sometimes messages. Yeah. Wait. Lower the fucking brightness. Okay, there we go. This episode of Brian is called Brian, look out! Brian, look out! Bluey, stay tuned. Oh, that's funny. Go fuck yourself. Okay, anyway. Truth be told, though, Peter, what are you doing? Crap. What the fuck? Okay, anyway. Alright. Roger, back to... I've heard great things about Bluey. So have I, but I've put it off for a number of different reasons. No, they are not the reasons you may be thinking, so do not assume. Anyway. Roger why? Just several different reasons. Bluey is a girl, by the way. Yeah, we know. Anyway. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4. Uh-oh. I'm genuinely curious. Do you want me to finish the review, or do you want it... Okay, it's a common misconception. Yeah. Back to the movie. I'm in the middle of a thought. I'll answer your question soon enough. I know you're impatient, but still. Anyway. Alright. Roger Ebert, our hot dad of the Chicago Sun-Times. I'm curious... Stop! Anyway. Of the Chicago Sun-Times, I just farted, gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4. ADHD, activate. Fuck you. Writing. I suppose kids will like this movie, though he didn't find it rich with humor. Did we watch the same movie? Anyway. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, and wrote, WALL-E had much more charm, soul, humor, everything, but there's enough merry mischief here to satisfy, even if you're way past puberty. Roger Ebert should be its own episode. Oh, at this point, agree. Also, before I continue reading, can I just say, this movie and WALL-E is really not a fair comparison. Like, at all. If you've seen Monsters vs. Aliens, if you've seen WALL-E, I mean, yeah, they are both, animated sci-fi movies, but that's not a fair comparison. It's not. One is an homage to the silent film and an environmental cautionary tale. The other is basically baby's first shitpost. And is also a parody of schlocky B movies. And a tribute. But anyway. But what about both the release and the home video? Well, to promote the 3D technology that is used in Monsters vs. Aliens, DreamWorks ran a 3D trailer. Star Wars is the same thing as Monsters vs. Aliens by that line. Actually, though. Anyway, to promote the 3D technology used in the film, DreamWorks ran a 3D trailer before halftime in the U.S. broadcast of the Super Bowl on February 1st, 2009. However, due to Star Wars, stay tuned. No. Although, due to the limitations of television technology at the time, color code 3D glasses were distributed at Sobe stands. I don't even know if I said that correctly, at major grocers. Alright, what you say? What's with critics always comparing incomparable films films meant to be masterpieces. Yeah, I don't know. We are so done with Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against Sobeys as a grocery store. Nope, that is not what I said. Sobeys stand. Nope. Let me just click on. Well, over here, Sobe is a company, South Beach Beverage Company. That does not appear to match your description, but anyway. FNAF 1, 2, and 3. Stay tuned. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got other stuff. Oh, unfortunately. Anyway. What I was saying. The monsters, except Ginormica and Insectosaurus, also appeared in a 3D Sobe commercial airing after the trailer. Bank of America gave away vouchers that covered the cost of an upgrade to a 3D theatrical viewing of the film for its customer. Fucking shit. Okay, we still have Droids, Book of Boba Fett, Rebels Resistance, and maybe a few others. Ungoddamn fortunately. FNAF 1, 2, 3, and Expanded Universe in the same day. Kill yourself, Ahsoka. Anyway. I'm waiting for the day that I do that and then the arm of this chair breaks. No, with how much I've done this lately, I'm just waiting for the day I do it and the arm just... Sorry, guys, but I have to go lay my little ass to sleep. Thanks for hanging out with me and tolerating me. You guys are the best. Hope to catch you next stream. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Billiam. Wait. Bye-bye. Color me impressed. This episode is not as hellish as I thought it was going to be. Talk about cock. No. What about home video? Well, Monsters vs. Aliens was then released on DVD and Blu-ray in the US and Canada on September 29th, 2009, one day after I was born. Soon, Bluey reason. Okay, let me finish. Anyway. And on October 26th, 2009 in the UK. Why the UK got it a month later, no idea. Anyway, the home video release of both the DVD and the Blu-ray of the film only contained the 2D version of the movie. However, the release was packaged with the new on Nick. Yep. Anyway, however, the release was packaged with the new short Bob's Big Break, which is presented in the Anaglyph 3D format that requires red and cyan glasses. Or red and blue. Monsters versus aliens, more like racists versus transphobes. They need to call the next election something catchy like who's the shittier person. Anyway. What I was going to say. And the channel. Oh, never mind. Is that fucking... In the end, no one wins. Yeah, is that fucking... Also, hey, Paul Rudd. Were y'all bitches really out here? I can never... Assuming my eyes did not deceive me, I can never escape My Little Pony. Alright. South Park did Giant Douche versus Turd Sandwich. Yep. Except pure, unadulterated patriotism. Yep. Except I can't even call Trump patriotism. At that point, that's just cultism. Except I think even actual cults are less evil than him. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Anyway. Communism. Even communism is less evil. Anyway. On January 6th, 2010, it was announced that a 3D version... Scientology is back. This just in... Tom Cruise is dead. Anyway. On January 6th, 2010... Also, funny, I just said Donald Trump, and there's January 6th. Anyway. I'm joking. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. On January 6th, This just in, Sylv is dead. Yep. On January 6th, 2010, it was announced that a 3D version would be released on Blu-ray Yeah. On February 24th, a tentative March date was set for the United Kingdom, where anybody who bought a Samsung 3D TV or 3D Blu-ray player would get a copy. Sylve Tripped on a banana peel. Yep, funny. Anyway. Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. Stay tuned, but only after we do the other Larry Boys. Because although we've jumped around before, there are some things I must do in order. Anyway, on March 8th, it was reported that the 3D Blu-ray version would be released in the United States, also with Samsung 3D products. Although I don't know if that version ever actually released. This just in, Trip took a trip and accidentally sent Jess an NSFW art. Larry Boy and the Alaskan Bull. You know what I hate? It's the fact that that actually does sound like a real time. In fact, true story, by the way. Yep. Actually, when did you do that? I'm not denying that you ever did, but... One second. I think last year. It was by accident, though. What was I saying? Oh, can I make a channel on the Wonderverse chat? What do you want? Yeah, actually, that's the important question. What do you want? Like, it depends on, like, what the channel... NSFW. Yep, I figured that's what you were going to ask. Kidding. Okay, I was about to say... I mean, if you're kidding, yeah, but, you know. If you're joking... Okay, back to the movie. Anyway. I don't know... Don't actually. Okay, noted. Anyway. But if you do want to add a channel, you can, as long as it's not NSFW. Also, us just casually saying we have a Discord server on this show. Whoops. Anyway. On July 14th, or on July 2004, I can't read. In July 2014, the film's distribution rights were purchased by DreamWorks Animation from Paramount Pictures and then transferred to 20th Century Fox, to which the rights are now owned by Universal. To the two people watching, we have a Discord server. Group chat got leaked. I'm running out of variations of this joke to make. Yeah, anyway. That's a long story, by the way. You know, the history of DreamWorks and their distribution. I'll explain that another time. But anyway. And then, of course, the Blu-ray. Then just say the original. Okay. We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group. Anyway. Thought I broke my nail. But anyway. And then finally, both the DVD and the Blu-ray were reprinted in 2019 by Universal. Anyway, here's the Gardner server got leaked. No. Kill yourself. Anyway. The DVD. And we're coming out on DVD. What's DVD? Well, I don't know. Anyway. This, of course, is the original Paramount release from way back when. That is such a dirty cover. Get your head out the fucking gutter. Oh my god. Stepmom, we haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful transphobic couple. Anyway, she is cute though. Anyway, fuck. Okay. DreamWorks animated. That looks like a porn movie. Get your head out the fucking gutter. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what about this says porn to you other than woman, but okay. Anyway, DreamWorks Home Entertainment. I'm too lazy to say the full name. Bobby Boy. Closed caption DVD logo. Okay. Oh, wait, I think I get... yeah, anyway, the back. Bonus features include The fact that the guy is in between. Yeah, I get that, but good God, it cost you a nickel not to say that. Anyway, bonus features include... It looks like the shadow of those early 2000s adult comedy. Okay, well, that you're not wrong about. That you're not wrong about. Which, I mean, to be fair, if you've seen this movie, that actually is not that far off of a comparison. No, not in the sense that it's raunchy. I mean in the sense that it's stupid as all get out. But anyway. Monsters vs. Alien porn. Yep. I was wondering when this episode would turn pornographic, but anyway. Bonus features include... Bob is made of cum. Stop. 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 Anyway. That's fun. Can't she change her... Well, yeah, she... Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I think that was a thing in the Nickelodeon show. Actually, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. In the Nickelodeon show that came after the movie, she could change her size, but in the movie, she stays ginormous pretty much the entire... Or actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure she stays... I literally watched it earlier and I still forgot. I'm stupid. On Nick. Yeah, anyway. Okay, bonus features include... Modern monster movie making. 3 never-before-seen deleted scenes. DreamWorks Animation Video Jukebox. Filmmakers Commentary. The Tech of Monsters vs. A... We need to do a Wonder After Dark stream. Okay. The video. Anyway. Top Secret Sneak Peek Files. Oh, the wedding scene and the piano scene are stuck in my head for... Same. Especially the... Well, actually it's a keyboard, but yeah, same. Anyway. The Next 3D Adventure from DreamWorks Animation, also known as How to Train Your Dragon. That is the movie that they're alluding to when they say Next Adventure. Shrek's Broadway musical debut. That is a league of its own. And Poe's Kung Fu Panda Virtual World. Yeah, this was when DreamWorks was really starting to gain some steam. Anyway, I don't know why you're expecting the disc to be anything pretty. It's just gray. Gray to gray, Grey's Anatomy, gray. So much special features not having to do with the movie. I mean, you're not wrong, but... I mean, you're not wrong. I used to make shitty DVDs like that, yep. Oh, and then, because I said it was packaged with this, yeah, I'm not even joking. Okay, I believe you. Yeah, here's the DVD that came packaged. Although they did not include the 3D version of the movie, they did include... Yeah, remember when they used to do these? Remember when they used to do, like, Remember when they used to do, like... I made DVDs of my YouTube show and acted like they were awesome. That just reminded me of somebody. But only I... No. You know who else used to do that? No. You made DVDs of your YouTube show and acted like they were on sale when you were the only one who owned them. No. I know somebody who used to do that after this fucking Seltzer Plus ad. We talked about doing that with Freddy Foxy Adventures. Oh, yeah, we did. Alright, you know who else used to do that? Make DVDs like that?
Hi, welcome to the floor where DVDs live. So I thought I'd just kind of go through a bunch of these DVDs that I've made throughout the years. Well, not really throughout the years, probably from 2007 to like 2012 was probably the last time that I like legitimately made one of these. This was...
But yeah, Scott used to do that. I called it immediately, yep. Anyway, and I would add AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, or Death Battle videos on them as bonus fee. Okay, that's some shit I would do, honestly. That's some shit I would... Like, no joke. That's some shit I would do. Okay, anyway, but yeah. What I was saying. Remember when they used to do these... Remember when they used to do, like, the DVD 2-packs that were just, like, 2 DVDs, like, wrapped together like this? Anyway, Now, although they did not include the 3D version of the movie, they did include this, which was basically, yeah, a new eye-popping adventure. 3D glasses inside. Yep. I'll talk about this on another occasion, but yeah. I'll talk about this on another occasion. So, Monsters vs. Aliens. I remember a couple... Actually, let me just go ahead and put this back on the shelf. Anyway, I remember a couple years back... I forget how I rated a question out of 10. I'll get to that, especially because it's already getting a little late, but... Alright. I remember a couple years back, this movie was not super beloved on the internet. Well, I take it back. It was liked, but a lot of people came out and said it was stupid, and a lot of people just said they didn't like it. Granted, this was a few years ago now, and obviously the opinion has since changed and become more positive. And honestly, after today's viewing, I fucking hate Stuart Little. Yeah, anyway. But honestly, after today's viewing, I think I can say why the reception as of late is more positive. Well, stay tuned. Yep. Well, first off, the kids that grew up with this movie are now at an age where they're nostalgic for it. So that's kind of the big one. But the other thing, as well, excuse me, is it's unserious. But I mean unserious in a Wonder After Dark, our fucking rat. If only YouTube would not take that title down immediately. I know this because on the previous incarnation of this show, which does not exist anymore, I talked about Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules, and I titled the episode Roderick Fucks, and then the next day, YouTube struck it because fuck was in the title, so I had to go back and change the title to Just Roderick. There's your funny story for tonight. Anyway, back to monsters. Okay, but Monsters vs. Aliens. It's unserious. But I mean unserious as a A rat fucked my wife. Yep. Anyway, but I mean unserious as a compliment. Like, it doesn't really take itself the slightest bit seriously, but it works really well because of that. Now, you might hear that and think, well, if it doesn't take itself seriously, does that mean that it's just non-stop jokes? Like, that don't sound very good. Well, stop and consider Monsters vs. Aliens, and then Stuart Little 2 video will be Our Rat Fucked My Bird. Yep. Anyway, what I was saying. But Monsters vs. Aliens is supposed to be a parody of and tribute to those cheesy, campy, schlocky monster and alien movies of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. It's kind of a drive-in movie, in a sense. And because, in all seriousness, Stuart Little 2 is genuinely a cute film. Yeah, okay, I believe you. Anyway, but what I was saying. But Monsters vs. Aliens, genuinely a really good movie. Like, both as a tribute to those Stuart vs. Aliens, yep. Both as a tribute to those cheesy monster movies, and as just a film. Oh, and on top of that, I don't think enough people bring attention to just how genuinely funny this movie is. I mean, Jesus fuck. Okay, it's getting hot in here. Thanks for slipping up. Now I want to see that cross. Fuck you. Anyway, it's getting hot in here, so I'm going to whip that off real quick. Anyway, but luckily this episode's almost over. But from the... Okay. But I don't think enough people bring attention to just how genuinely funny this movie is. Like, actually. rate the film so you can go into 3 other top. No! Okay, actually, yeah, I did sorry, I forgot I said anything else. Okay, anyway, but yeah, but yeah, it's genuinely funny. And honestly, I think the funniest scene, not gonna lie, is the president on the fucking keyboard. If you know, you know. Anyway, it's a solid 100 out of 10. Sorry for rushing through the review. I just forgot I had more to cover at 12:26 a.m. So let's keep it brief. Now it's time for celebrity gossip. So, previously on Bluey. Oh yeah, Bluey. You're probably thinking that I've been holding off Bluey because of some vendetta or because of the gardener, because he's in the Bluey. So you're probably thinking, oh, it's something stupid, petty. No, actually, it isn't. Simply put, I just haven't really gotten around to Bluey because, well, one, I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, there's no way it's as great as people. Bluey looks cute. Well, you're not wrong, but the other reason is, like, I'm already watching, like, a bunch of other shows at the moment. Granted, none of them I've finished, but still. Oh, the Grumpy Truck calls it Aussie Peppa. Yep, better Peppa, you mean. Anyway, but I already have, like, a bunch of other shows on my plate at the moment, so it's like, yeah. There's your reasoning. Okay, now it's time for celebrity gossip. So previously on Wonder After Dark, Joe Gatto, former Impractical Joker, was exposed for being kind of a fucking creep. So Bluey will happen one day, yep. And just when I thought the other 3 Jokers were safe, I've only shared what I feel comfortable with at the moment, censored for obvious reasons. I was 16 to 17 when I first reached out to say I was a fan. Talking about all the Jokers are bad. Let me finish. Talking about James Murray, aka Murr. We'll just call him Murr. Anyway, when I first reached out to say I was a fan, that's when he offered meet and greet tickets. On the night it ended up being all access, I met him before the show for dinner and then went to the after party where me and my friend were given shots all night. He kissed me. I don't remember much else about that night. We met up again a few times when he came to London. I would go to the parties and stay in his hotel. I haven't uploaded the video, but in his hotel room, as my friend is indecent. His management and team were there. He bought me lots of nice things, gave me my money for private taxis, and things no adult would have been needing money for. Some texts from when I was in New York. He was begging me to come over in the middle of the night. I was with my mom. I ended up going to his apartment the next day. There's a picture from that night. This all happened between the ages of 16 to 18. Please remember I was young. I thought this celebrity liked me and that it was the coolest thing ever at the time. I acknowledge that my part of this, but people need to be aware so something worse doesn't happen to other young women. I met girls as young as 15 doing illicit substances with the guys at parties. Be safe. And here are the pictures of Murr kissing a teenage girl. They're real, by the way. Murr really did that. He kissed a teenage girl and took her out. Oh, caramel creamer plus vanilla creamer plus milk equals most Christmassy milk ever. Yep. Oh, and you know what makes that even worse, by the way? Joe left Impractical Jokers, so they could easily move past him. Murr is still on Impractical Jokers. He's still on the show. He didn't leave. So, yikes. That leaves 2 of them. Sal and Q. Okay. The gifts are a big sign. Ew, 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 ew. Yeah. But yeah, Impractical Jokers is my favorite live action show. Yeah, sorry if I might have ruined it for you. Hey, if it makes you feel you missed a bunch. Oh wait. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, it was all access, all right. Jesus, that is grooming to a T. Yeah, it really is. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm too lazy to go grab them. But there are my Impractical Jokers DVDs over there. God damn, I feel so awkward being a fan of this show. Oh my god. That is now half of the Jokers exposed as shitty people. Throw them across the room. No, I'm not gonna. Even though I should, I'm not gonna. Hell yeah. Oh god. Hey Tyler, you missed a lot. You actually came in right at the end of this episode, sadly. I was just about to wrap up. Well, after this next segment, of course. But hey, Tyler. Which ones is it again? Okay, Joe was the last one who got exposed. Now Murr. This leaves Sal and Q. Hopefully, nothing happens to Sal and Q. Also, bless it. Yeah, bless it. But yeah. But the other two... But Joe and Murr are the creeps now. Never meet your heroes. Tyler Best Dad. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, God. And now it's time for the third install. You know, I didn't intend for this to become a regular segment. Let me scroll back up. Let me scroll back up. Okay. Murr, my favorite. Yep. Sorry you had to find out this way. Oh, so sorry. So sorry you had to find out this way. Yep, Murr the pedo. Sorry you had to find out this way. I love the segments. Yep. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Joe has entered rehab. And I hope to God he's learned. Okay, anyway. Hey, Murr, I heard you like I'm young. God, I hope they turn around soon. I hope so, too. Although I still don't think pedophiles deserve to get into heaven, as much as I don't want to say it. Or don't want to say that about Murr. God damn it, I just made myself look like a creep. God damn it. Fuck! Anyway. I love accidentally making myself look like a diddler. I lose hope for all pedos, I'm sorry. At least it wasn't little kid. I mean, yeah, but teenage girl isn't much better. Why is it always the sexual I'm going to watch ghost shows. Okay. There's no way to reverse their desires, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. Ain't much better, but could be perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Anyway. And now it's time for... Alright. Yeah, there's your celebrity gossip for tonight. You know, I feel like Impractical Jokers is going to be canceled after this season. Japanese ghost stories. 19-year-old, that's not bad. 16-year-old, ew. Yeah, anyway. What I was saying, but I feel like Impractical Jokers is going to be canceled after this season, because there is no way they're recovering from this. 16 is too young for 40s. Agree. Anyway. Alright. I did not intend for this to become a regular segment on the show, but now it's time for the third... Oh yeah, to wrap up this episode, now it's time for... Anything is too young for 40s. Agree. Now it's time for the third... I'm too young for 40s. Anyway, now... Oh. Jesse, you were 19, right? Correct. 16 and 18, maybe just don't marry yet. Okay, no, anyway. What I was saying. Now it's... To wrap up this... I'm not going to comment yet. What the hell has this episode become? Anyway, this episode's been fairly chill, and it still managed to go off the rails. Only this time right towards the end. Anyway, now it's time to wrap up this episode with the third installment in a segment that I did not intend to become a regular segment, but I guess now it's a mainstay. Because I joined. Woo! Yeah, go Trip, yeah. Anyway, now it's time for the third installment of Jess isn't very fond of people. Go Trip, yep. Alright, it's your birthday. Not yet, it isn't, but it's getting close. Alright. Anyway. Alright. So previously on Jess isn't very fond of people, we tackled. Get it? Yeah, anyway. So previously on Jess isn't very fond of people, we tackled complex relationship issues and how they can either be fixed or unfixed. It depends. Parental problems, and now get it, doubt it, or get it, got it, doubt it. Anyway. So, Spider says about his fucking bitch of a stepmom. She stole the blanket I gave to my brother twice. She came back and said, I thought I took that away from you. Master of Disguise, stay tuned. Anyway, and took it back. I'm going off of what my brother said, but whatever the reason is, that's my stuff that I gave him, the hell dude. And taking stuff away from a child, it was his only blanket. Followed up with, alright, get this. They took it away because he sniffed it. Okay. I used to smell my blanket as a kid all the time. It's his blanket. The fuck is the issue? I forced my dad to go upstairs and get him the blanket, but instead, he brought a spare one he had and gave it to him. It's better than nothing, but still the fuck. And he's defending her for doing this. I may hate that child sometimes, but even that's too damn cold. Love you, buddy. Hope you are having a day. Oh, I sure am. Because of this goddamn fucking bitch of a stepmom. Parents who take sentimental items are horrible. Agree, which is why I think parents who do that should fucking kill themselves. Anyway. So, should I call Child Protective Services on the Collins residence? Should I call Child Protective Services? Because I feel like you should kill yourself now. Yeah, but yeah, you should kill yourself now in Minecraft. But yeah, I feel like that's teetering on a call to Child Protective Services because that's some fucking abusive behavior if I've ever seen it. I mean, you're not hitting those kids, but between taking belongings like that and not telling them or having bullshit reasonings and bullshit justification, I'm sorry, but you should have your kids taken. Not doing that yet unless it escalates any further. If it escalates any further, you need to do it. Like, it's not even an if, it's not even a maybe, it's a you need to. I don't think I'll have a case with... Well, I mean, yeah. I feel like, you know, that's not a case. That's just like a minor... You don't want that chance. Really, though? Like, I mean, it's your opinion. But in my opinion, because I've been fed a lot of the bullshit, I would consider getting an exit plan. If they hit the child, that's... Okay, yeah, that is true. If they hit any of you, that's a call. But I'm just saying, all the bullshit that I have been fed by you about your fucking not family, because that's not a family. That's not. That's a cult. But all the bullshit that... Oh, I've hit him, though, so I'm not... Okay, I guess that kind of lightens the mood in a fucked up way, but yeah. But also threatening is a... Yeah. But still, though, like, still. It's a helicopter. Okay, but anyway. It's the Peter copter hitting them, that's fair. But you get what I'm saying. Like, but I will say, though. I will say, though. If you do need to exit, or only excuse I have is brothers, yet shooting them. Anyway, but if you do need to exit, well, that's shooting is wild. Yeah, wild. But yeah. Yeah, that's a little tricky because, like, well, gee, do you think you could pack up all of your belongings, and do you think you have anywhere to move to? Oh, I don't have brothers, so I can't have that. I don't hit my sister, but I have siblings in Oklahoma. Okay. Okay, I'm being truthful when I say this. I wish I could let you in, but, like, well, never mind having to explain that to my parents. Never mind that, even though that's really obvious. Just, yeah, I don't know. But it would be nice to have you around. Jessie hit her sister in the eyes twice. That's why she's blind. Funny, but yeah. And lived on Nick, Gur. But yeah, moral of the story, some people should not have kids. We would film stuff every day. Yeah, we would. Like, we would. Oh, actually, it's funny that I say I wish... it's funny that I even say, you know, I wish you could live with me, because literally we have a spare room that's only really being used for a mess at this point. Wonder After Dark 2... oh, yeah, that actually would be another thing. 2 hosts every night. So actually it would become more of a talk show. Or a podcast, depending on how you see it. But yeah. Yeah. I can dream, can't I? Show what I got. Oh, yeah. I guess we'll... yeah. Oh, yeah, your hearing has gotten better, right? I mean, I still have my moments with hearing, but I'd say it's mostly gotten better. Again, I still have my... and her vision. Anyway, I still have my moments with hearing, but for the most part, I'd say. Okay, I'm going back. I'll wait longer. Okay. Here's what our fuck... I don't even know what I just said. Here's what he got today. Fuzzy Bee, Pokemon Advance Challenge, Volume 10. She's seeing bits of red now. Everything else is a work. And, oh, the funny game, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh, my God. You know, if you know the cycle of my life, and this especially applies to Hello Kitty Island Adventure, I have this habit where at first something pisses me off, but then eventually it just becomes a running gag, and then I turn it into an in-joke. At first, the frequent activity on that game did kind of piss me off. Now it's just become a joke of mine. That was a colorblind. Yeah, I know it was. I'm explaining myself about Hello Kitty. No, but at first the frequent activity on that... My Little Pony was a joke for a while, yeah. Oh, by the way, when you hear what I'm about to say... No. I am not about to become a Hello Kitty fan. I'm just saying... The gardener's frequent activity on that game at first kind of pissed me off. Now it's just becoming a frequent joke of mine. If you check my Switch time for Hello... Yep. There it is. 2 for 1. Yep. 2 for 1 special. 2 Mexicans, and yeah, for $1. Or $1, however you want to say it, but yeah. I said Animal Crossing. Oh, never mind, I'm stupid. Dumbass. I was wondering when you would insult me tonight. Okay, yeah, but there we go. I horrifically misread. I got $50. I'll head to Walmart tomorrow. Oh, God. Whoops. Alright. 1 second here. Alright. Nah. Okay. Alright. But yeah, 2,300 or 2,000. Oh my God. In the past 5 years. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah. Alright, this episode's running over time. Yeah, it's 12:45. So, to conclude, what I was trying to say. At first, the gardener's frequent activity on Hello Kitty Island Adventure started to piss me off. But now it's just become a running joke of mine. Like, a friendly running joke. It's not me being petty at this point, I just think it's funny. So expect me to reference it in future videos in one way or another. It must be a fun game. Clearly. But you know what I wish we could give him the munner to play? This right here. This funny little gateway. I I wish he had the munner to play it, because we would never hear from him again. We would never hear from our gardener again if he had the money for dimensions. Oh, before I sign off, speaking of the gardener, he seems to have made a new friend on Steam because his friend count went from 15 to 16. No, I'm not calling foul play. I'm not calling bullshit. I just thought that was interesting. So, hey, a new friend of his. Hope you like him. And you, Gardner, if you're watching this, a new friend he can have, but not... Did you have to say that? Did you have to say that? Really? Real... Anyway. Hello Kitty's Furry Tale Theater, stay tuned. Anyway. But yeah, Gardner, if you're watching this in the future, if you ever do, it's okay. But anyway, that did genuinely piss me off, but I forgive you. Anyway, but Gardner, if you're watching this in the future, I said that to be on your side, though. Okay, well, that's good. Thank you for clarifying. Because I don't understand. Okay, but thank you for clarifying, and I don't understand it either. But anyway, I'll save that for a future episode. Our problems. Okay, anyway, but I don't understand it either. But Gardner, what I was trying to say. If you're watching this, Gardner, yeah, in the future, no time soon, but when you feel comfortable to. Anyway, but if you're watching this in the future, treat that person well. Don't do him how you did me. Treat him, her, they well. Wonder After Dark are couple skills. If I ever end up wherever he is on the planet, I'm not trying to dox him, but if I ever end up wherever he lives currently, like actually meet him, I kind of want to do that episode as a joke, but I don't want him to get mad at me. I don't script this show, but I kind of want to script a marriage counseling episode. I'll remember that for future reference. I'll remember that. I don't know if that will ever happen, but I will remember that. Alright, anyway. Anyway. Alright, but yeah. Our 6-day marriage. Our 90-day fiance. Alright. Oh, by the way, Monsters vs. Aliens actually had a tie-in video game for the Xbox 360, but unfortunately that's all the time we have for tonight. We've run out of time. We're at 108 minutes. It is 12:49 a.m. This episode has run, maybe not the longest, but well past overtime. So unfortunately there's not much room for anything else. But I'd say I got a lot accomplished tonight. A lot being nothing. Wonder After Dark, our divorce caused the group. We did too. No, I got nothing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright. Also, I need to pee. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah. We should probably wrap up here, because it's getting late. Oh. Anyway, so what did we learn tonight? Because this was quite the show. Yeah, what did we learn tonight? What did we learn? Wonder After Dark. Our peener exploded, and then Jesse reached out to our gardener while Elon's. Yeah, what did we learn tonight? What did we learn? tomorrow, do the Lorax quote again. Oh, yeah. Damn it, I need... I'm trying to... I watched the clip earlier, and I'm still trying to, like, remember what... My memory has gone to shit. Okay. I'm too lazy to go grab the duster. It's in the kitchen, so sorry. But I am the Lorax. You're down on your knee. Okay, yeah, that's... Shit. I am the Lorax. You're down on your knees. Suck me... damn it. Fuck. Oh, yeah, get down on your knees. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. My memory has gone to shit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Watch the clip. Okay. Then I'm gonna go, because this episode has gone on far too long. Yeah, and I got 15% battery, so I really gotta go. Oh, shit. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, I really gotta go after this. There's the clip. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am the Lorax. You're down on your knees. Alright. You give it a blow. And I'll make you say please. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell I was thinking that night, but yeah, that's a great quote. Our gardener probably still has the dick pics for safekeeping, but will I elaborate further? Nope, because normally I've said enough, but in this case you're saying far too much. You're asking for it, but for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, colorblind, yep, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.